Now 1-0 with one knockout. My man Dylan Capetillo really kind of closed the show. So technically,
Yes,
if you're the last fight, you
Main
are
event.
You are the main event.
Main event.
You know, Oscar De La Hoya said he doesn't say this about every fighter, but he saw things in you that could take you far, take you long. And essentially what he got at was you rising to the occasion.
Yes, sir.
What do you think of Oscar's comments following the fight, first of all?
No, I appreciate it. He's seen me grow since a little kid. It's awesome to have someone, a legend like that, believe in me and trust in me. And, I'm just grateful. I'm going to keep working. And we're going for 2-0 now.
With Oscar, of course, ringside, the first shot that puts him down is a left hook.
Yes.
It's kind of fitting with that being Oscar's first shot, man. You were like shot out of the cannon. Just take me through the knockdown and then eventually the knockout on the second time.
No, well, we're at the professional level now. So I use my experience. I went out super calm, cool and collective, waited for him to throw a shot, saw the counter, hit him with the left hook, went down. It's all that work we're putting in the gym, all the strength and conditioning days. I've been with my strength and conditioning coach, Reggie Hobson, for over 5 years. So we've been putting in the work. That left hook's definitely been worked on.
Yeah, because, as a little kid, you always showed head movement and speed and combinations, but we didn't know coming into the pros if you're a puncher.
Of course.
Do you feel like you have power as a young man coming
Of course,
in?
As a 17-year-old kid, to be able to sleep a 21-year-old man, that just goes to show I have power in the first round as well. I think my parents, for those genetics.
Oscar also said he wants to have you back for Benavidez Zurdo. What do you think of that quick turnaround?
No, I'm ready to go.
Card?
I'm hungry. I'm young and hungry. This fight ended quick. Sparring was last longer for me. Running miles. So I'm ready to go. I'm hungry, and I want that. I want a quick turnaround.
Who did you spar with for this camp?
I sparred Emiliano Vargas, Shakur Stevenson, Shushu Carrington, Mark Magsayo, whole bunch of names. If I train with all these legends, I gotta be able to spar these legends as well.
Did you feel any pressure in that you're the son of a guy who's worked around? People have seen you in videos for years on the internet, and you had some hype to live up to, man. Do you feel like you lived up to that hype, and how did it feel?
I feel like I've lived up to the hype. They're always gonna say stuff, but I'm gonna let the outside noise be the outside noise. I'm gonna focus on what I'm doing, on the work at task. And I thank my father for getting me ready. I felt no pressure at all, relaxed, and I trusted and believed in all the hard work we put in for over the years. I always said I was going to be a professional fighter and a world champion, and I'm completing that now.
How did it feel, man, to have the first show in Vegas, on a solid card? And this is something you dreamt about, and it's one thing to think about it and be in the gym with Canelo and be in the gym with these guys, and now you are a professional fighter, 1-0, one knockout. Just take me through that, Dylan.
Yes, sir. No, all the work we put in. I always said I was going to be a professional boxer, and now I'm completing it. I remember 10 years ago I was saying 10 years is my debut, and now this whole week I was like, damn, my debut is now. I was ready for it. That's what the training does. That's what we prepare for. So when these fights come, when the noise comes, when all the people expecting something great from me, I'm ready for it.
And last one from you, man. And it's fun for me to have talked to you since you're a little boy, and now see you go out and do something like that in your debut. What message? But when I'm trying to get a quote out of here to finish that will age well. What message do you want to send to the boxing world after your first fight? What can we expect in your future, in your career, that you would say?
Well, you can expect a young Mexican hungry fighter ready to take over the sport.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.